Peace, mahogany. Peace, calla lilies. I hope I said it right. Calla lilies. I know lilies in it, so I believe it's calla lilies. Um, Shoshana, Danielle, thank you so much for holding and sharing this space. It was really just helpful to see and just really interesting in what came out. So I had a multimodal experience over here, or intermodal. Um, I felt myself like doing these extreme stretches, going into some very crunchy, painful spots, scary spots, spots that I'm afraid to feel what the pain might be. So I kind of adjust myself to go around it or to not feel it completely. And I was going into those spaces, feeling the discomfort and pushing past it, understanding that there was a breath um, on the other side of it, and being brave enough to see what is on the other side and trust that what's on the other side is for me. So that's what came up in my body. Um, then I went to pull out my tarot deck. And I'm just going to say, like, with the light, so I'm in New York right now. It's probably like 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't even want to look. And I love everybody, but this is about as much light as I can manage right now. I thought it was very, is it? No, I just want to make sure it's not scary. But so that anyway, so I pulled some cards. I pulled some cards from my tarot deck as well. I used the Wild Unknown Tarot. I don't know if you can see that. And I pulled 3 cards. I did a past, present, and future. So it's, the frequencies and energies that are, from the past that are still influencing the present, and then the present moment, what energies are around now, and then what is to come, the future, present. So I pulled 3 cards, and it was interesting. And, at a later time, Danielle, if you'd like to talk about the cards, if one of them resonates with you deeply and you want to know more behind the meaning, please reach out to me and I'll be happy to share. But yeah, it's a really beautiful deck. It's by Kim Kranz, and she did these are all of her hand drawings, and it's just really beautiful. It was gifted to me, and I really love it. So I'm going to go through the reading, and then there's a song by James Mason, old school, like soul song, like funk song, that was gifted to me by one of my friends that just plays out music. And it's James Mason, it's a British guy. It's called Sweet Power. So I'm going to put that up. I'm going to do the card meanings real quick. I pulled out my Dead Sea Scrolls numerology book. You see it's breaking apart, but I love it. My friend taped it up in 3 different sections because it just needed help. But it's Numerology and the Divine Triangle by Dusty Bunker and Faith Javon. I think it's on Amazon or one of those, but it's a great book. It's really just, it gives the astrology breakdown, it gives the full numerological breakdown, it gives the tarot meaning. It's very thorough, but just very clear and not convoluted. So it's a great one. And then I did an aesthetic piece that it looks like a couple of different things, It looks like veins, it looks like activation, it looks like pods, the sun's rays, it looks like the sunflower, then I see tribal etchings and ancestral pathways and being protected, being textured, being layered, even being hidden, and the most dominant figure being the one that's beginning to come up and show up more, So it could be so many different things, and then depending on what way, I always like to look at drawings from different angles because I think you see something different at every turn. I think I like it this way, so far the best. And then let's see. pretty cool. I do like this lighting. It's very mysterious. So, wow, okay, I'm only at 5 minutes. Okay, I'm going to really do this under 20 and apologize now, okay? So the first card that I pulled as I was listening, let me get to it. I'm going to do it real quick. It was Five of Cups, and this is the card. I hope everyone can see it. Yeah. And its keywords are about grief and disappointment. And these are the energies and things that may have been around or surrounding you during, like in the past. And some of that, like little sprinklings, may be around, but for the most part, this is a past vibration. So I just want to, I'm still trying to work the lighting to make sure, but I think I kind of like this lighting. So then, the next one we have for the present. Oh, where are you? Okay. The present influence, what's going on right now, is a part of the major arcana, and it's the star. I hope you can see it. Yep, the star. And it's about hope and peace of mind. So that's where you are right now. Just hope, peace of mind. Use the word arduous, and that word popped out for me. Arduous is some deep, like under your foot, like kind of work, and understanding that it's about a prophecy to be fulfilled, but it's but also acknowledging the importance of how to integrate all things so you can do it in the most balanced way, because it's not supposed to bring about suffering, and figuring out what that rhythm is like for yourself. So the hope of that, the peace of mind, the divine integration, the being able to enjoy the ride, being more about the journey than the destination. Because you miss so much. If you just focus on running to the gate and getting on the plane, you miss the nice restaurants that could possibly be there, the art that's around, the yoga room that they have at some of the airports, You got to stop and smell the flowers. So the star is about hope and peace of mind. And then the final card is Mother of Wands. Hope you can see this. Yep. Mother of Wands. And Mother of Wands is about attractiveness, domestication, or domestic. Did I say domestication? I'm sorry. It says attractive, domestic, and vibrant. I'm just going to read what I see, because that domestication is not what I meant. Yeah. So, again, Danielle, if you wanted to know deeper meanings, if any of these cards, or all of these cards resonated with you, I would be happy to offer the full meaning. If it resonated for anyone, because I was inspired by what Danielle was saying, but anytime we are witnessing someone telling of their story, of their narrative, it's also the parts of us that need to be heard. It's also something that's going on with us because we're reflecting that. So it's like if you're afraid of something, there's a fear that you have. And I experienced this actually. I got into a conversation with a friend of mine about my move, and there was all of this negativity, and all of my trust and all of my belief in this what I'm doing dissipated for a second because of all of those fears, and it's really important to remember that what is for you, and it will find you, and the circumstances will be completely different than what anyone else is experiencing, and you have to leave room for that. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that. But like I said, if anyone anyone from the class, if you decide that you want me to post the meanings of the cards because any of them resonated with you personally as well, please let me know and I'll post them. And then also too, we're in a retrograde right now, so there's a lot of just trusting and riding that needs to happen. you know, and understanding the process and feeling everything that you feel about it, but understanding that it's on the way to. And somehow this is the way that you've chosen to learn or chosen to get there. These are the tools that you've chosen. So, and a great deal of this dialogue that I'm sharing is for me, you know. I'm moving through, like my plate probably can comfortably hold 5, and I'd say I'm holding about 8.5, 9. And it's far from complaining. It's just more of understanding that this is a space and time, and that by changing my perspective, I can change how it all looks to me, how it all feels to me, and being brave in that, and trusting that, and knowing that that is enough. And I think what happens somewhere in us, we forget about the fact that each one of us has a prophecy to fulfill that is unique from the other, you know? So that's why social construct is so bizarre to me, giving everyone a standard way of how things should be, how they should look, how they should taste, how they should feel, what they should sound like. It's pretty odd for each being that comes into this world. They have a medicine bag filled with tools that are specific to them, their own specific guides that they have to connect to in order to learn how to use those tools. And then whatever they're supposed to sprout forth and contribute to the universe, to the world. And the prayer, the wish, the dream is that they connect all those dots and are in alignment so they can get there. Those are individual missions. So, you know, we forget about the mission, you know, we forget about the work, like what we're here to do. Because if we were all the same, it would be so boring. It would be a boring place to be, you know. It would be like, I don't know, oatmeal all the time, and like plain oatmeal with like no toppings, just oatmeal all the time. Not steel cut oats, not like Irish oats, or is that the same? Just oatmeal. No cinnamon, no nutmeg, no dried fruits, no coconut milk, no coconut oil, no walnuts, no sunflower seeds, like nothing. I'm just making it clear, nothing. And I don't even know how we got to oatmeal, so this means that this is the end of this. 1303, that's a good number. I like it. This is all over the place, but it's where I am. I am all over the place. So it's reflective of yeah, of exactly where I am. And there's a song that I think of, and I keep saying it, shining a light into the darkness. Black Star, Mos Def Talib Kweli. I know he changed his name to Yasin Bey, but I really just, he's Mos Def to me, really, in my heart. But the two of them together have a song, and one of the lines is shine a light into darkness, and I keep saying that. And, you know, you have to know how to navigate the dark in order to, like, shine the light and just keep the light on. So this light, you know, all of everything. So yeah, I bid you all adieu. And yeah, all right, see you in the next. Peace.